Hi, I'm Faisal. I'm the owner of Using Mind Maps Academy, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to mind map in 5 minutes. In fact, I'm going to create a mind map in 5 minutes that teaches you how to create a mind map in 5 minutes. Now you may be wondering, how is this possible? There are courses and seminars which last for days and cost thousands of dollars. How is it possible to learn that in 5 minutes? Okay, so let me get started and see if it's possible. Now, before you actually try this, I suggest that you actually get some mind map software, because mind map software gives you flexibility and the ability to try what I'm going to tell you very easily, so that without the fear and without the risk. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I want you to know about a mind map is its structure. A mind map consists of a central topic, and it consists of branches and sub-branches. Now this can be seen very similar to a linear outline. I say it's kind of like an outline, just visual. And most mind mapping tools actually have an outline function which can give you a linear outline of your mind map, like this. As you can see, it's an outline, but just visual. It's the same thing, and one can interchange between a linear outline and a mind map outline in many tools. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know, its structure. The second thing about mind map is its laws. Now, I've been in conferences and in debates with people where people argued for hours about the laws of mind mapping. So I'm going to give you a basic rule over here, and it's going to shock you. Ignore them. Just ignore the rules when you get started. I don't want you to worry about the laws and the principles and who's right and who's wrong. I don't want you to worry. I just want you to get started. So the next thing that you must do is just start. And I'm going to give you a process now to get started. Okay, as I said, we're going to talk about the process. Oops, let me fix that. Right. So I just want you to start. I want you to create first. So you create your mind map first, and then I want you to edit later. Just like an author, the way they teach us to write an essay at school is completely wrong. They teach us to write and edit at the same time. Create your first draft and then edit later. The same thing with your mind map. Create first and edit later. And because it's software, it's flexible, you can also rearrange everything later. So you just start, create first, edit later, and rearrange later. Then what you do is you start with creating your central topic, which is at the heart of a mind map. And the central topic, let me just fix this. The central topic must be clear and preferably one idea. Mind maps, a core principle is about having one idea in the center of the mind map. As you see over here, I'm teaching you how to learn the mind map in just 5 minutes. Then what you do is you add branches, which is the equivalent of headings in your outline, and then you actually add sub-branches, which can be seen as the subheadings. Okay, once that's done, you can actually add details to your mind map. And this details can be in the form of branches, like you see over here, or it can be in the form of notes. All mind mapping tools have a notes function where you can actually add notes to a particular branch. For example, over here, this is a note, and this way you can actually add notes to your mind maps. So it consists of branches, sub-branches, and details, which could be branches or notes. That's the process of actually creating the mind map. Then, now that you know the process, let's give you some action steps for you to take. What's the next steps for you to actually start mind mapping? First of all, as I mentioned before, just start. I want you to create first, edit later, and most of all, I want you to keep it simple. If you stick to these rules, you'll start mind mapping without fear. Now you know the process, you know the next steps. I want to give you a way to exercise for you to apply what I've taught you so that you can start becoming proficient at mind mapping. So what I want you to do is, to learn how to apply mind maps, I want you to pick a non-fiction book. I would say, I would prefer you to actually pick 3 books on a particular topic, and then we're going to mind map that book. But there are certain conditions for that book. The book must be broken up into sections and chapters. Okay, so once you've got a book that has good sections and chapters, this is what you're going to do. For each of the sections actually become the branches, the main branches of your mind map, and then the chapters, they actually become the sub-branches. And then I want you to actually end over there. Take at least 3 books on any subject, and then you mind map it in the method that I just taught you now, where you create branches for the section. The title of the book becomes the center of your mind map, and then the sections or the parts of the book become your branches, and the chapters become your sub branches. And once you're done with that, you'll have an outline of your book. Okay, so that's how to mind map in just 5 minutes. I haven't timed this yet to see whether it's exactly 5 minutes or a bit over 5 minutes, but I'll go and look at it later and see. But that's basically the process of how you can get started in 5 minutes. And if you apply what I've just told you over here by using a book as an example, you will then have 3 outlines of a book on a particular subject, and then have the author's overview, each author's overview or outline of how they see the topic. And that way you have a framework of which to assimilate whatever you're going to learn about the topic. So it's a great way to actually use mind maps when you get started to create outlines of books. There are many other applications, but that's all that I have time right for now. Okay, so that's it. I've hopefully achieved my objective. One of the principles of learning something is repetition. And there's one thing that I've repeated throughout this mind map, which you may or may not have noticed. It is just start. Just start. Just start. So I want you to just start mind maps. Create mind maps for your personal use without fear, and just create them. Forget about laws, forget about everything else, and just create a number of mind maps. And after you've created 10, 20, 30, 40 mind maps, you'll find yourself getting better and better. And that's it. If you have any comments, put them in the comments below on this video. Subscribe to me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and check out Using Mind Maps Academy. Until next time, go well.